All right, back in the episode of Fire and Ice, man. I'm Maine with the cool.
Also with the heat.
And this is another episode of Fire and Ice, another one-off, man. How you been, man?
One-off special, yes. Good, man.
I feel like I ain't seen you in a while, man. I feel like you've been too busy.
Man, get out of here. You don't want to be in these streets, man. You out here doing interviews, bro. You going to all these events, bro. Getting your ET special on. And nah, man. I see you, bro. You out here thinking out loud. You got all this stuff going on, man. You the one busy, bro.
I am super busy, but nah, you busy though. Like you getting the deals.
What does that mean?
Like that.
What does that mean?
You got you got your Maverick, your Tubi. Like you on all these platforms, and hey, I'm just YouTube, man.
Nah, man, I ain't no jest. Ain't
YouTube
no
and
jest.
Facebook, man.
Nah, you ain't just.
I'm real regular, man.
Nah, I'm gonna get out of here, bro.
Hey, you can tell me black because that's what black men do. No black men gonna get other black men all the credit. They gonna keep. They ain't get us other credit. They gonna keep getting other black men the credit. So
it's about uplifting. That's what we supposed to do. We're supposed to uplift. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna let you out here. I'm not gonna let you just put all the shine on me. You getting some too, man.
Nah, I definitely appreciate that, man. But I watched some of your interview with Boston at the Round Table, Clash of the Round Table. Shout out to them. I watched the second half of it. And I saw, even though we spoke ahead of time, I did see when they asked you about Fire and Ice. But I think it's so dope about Fire and Ice, and I feel like every time we do one of we'll talk about this. But a lot of my audience now, like my newer audience, probably don't even know I did Fire and Ice. Mm-hmm. Like the ones that been around since 2017, 2018 type, they know about it, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I got people that call the album and communicate with on a regular basis no more, but after a while, when we did speak, how Carl doing? I started doing Fire and Ice, like, damn. So much time that went by, like it's really hard to tell somebody like, well, yes, but no, but yes, but no, it's like you don't know how to really tell them. So yeah, that to my audience, I want to make sure we continue to still put one-offs out, collaborate, so that because that's a big intricate part of when you think about podcasting and how somebody gets good at it, gets good at it, the interviewing portion, the networking part of it, the building relationship part of it, a lot of that comes from the Fire and Ice. Yeah, in my opinion,
I agree with that. And definitely, like I said, I'm grateful that we are still doing these. Gotta give a shout out to our biggest fans, my mom, Kevin J. Stone, and my homeboy Jack Dogan. He actually we had written the lunch recently. He asked me, "Yo, when y'all doing Fire and Ice again, bro? I F with y'all on that, like for real." I was like, "Hey," I said, we're gonna do another episode real soon, man. We're gonna do. I like doing these one-offs. And like we talked earlier, like I said, it's not like it's no pressure to be like, all right, we gotta put our episode out every week. Not saying the episodes we did, like our episodes are always dope, right?
Word.
But I felt like some of the episodes, it was like because we had to do it weekly, it was like, all right, we gotta figure something out.
Like that's why I say the Fire and Ice portion is so intricate, and even at least for my story, I speak like for me, like when I'm talking to somebody and they say, "Yo, I admire your ethic. I admire that you go hard and you do this, and I admire how you tackle this, how you approach these things." When you came into play and you started to collaborate doing Fire and Ice, you started to bring on guests that were at least in their area that person.
Mm-hmm.
So like, you can't just interview I would just say a random celebrity, where you can't interview them like they just nobody. You gotta come prepared. You gotta know a little background about them. So I will always go prepare. I'll go read about them. If it's music, I'll listen to music. If it's a show they was on, I'll try to find a part of the show where I can ask them something. So it seems like you're doing your research, all that preparation. So like when I do get these bigger names and these people that mean something here, I know how to approach that interview. I know how to approach that situation, because it's almost like Fire and Ice was like boot camp to like becoming like dope at interview or becoming dope at conversations. You think about it, we went to 2 hours, for a long time.
Right.
We were doing 2 hours, and it's like, I know you tired, I'm tired, and we just like, hey, go to Shade Room and pull up 7 posts. We're gonna stretch it out.
Right.
To stretch it out to where it was still entertaining. People, and you can tell when people listen to 2 hours, because I'm getting feedback from the damn hour and 47-minute mark where I'm thinking I can say what I want to say now, and I'm getting in trouble for saying things that I shouldn't even say, on the show. So it all like go into play when you think about how somebody start preparing, the ethic, and how they get to one place to another. It's almost like when somebody makes the NBA and they played in college for 4 years, so they come to NBA kind of season because they done played for 4 years. They done learned the system. They know the ups and downs. They know the trials and tribulations to like kind of shape and mold them into the player they end up being.
Right. I gotta give another shout out to real quick. We got to shout out Slim too. Slim is another big fan of Fire&Ice. My bad. I can't forget Slim.
Nah, shout out to Slim. Slim, my guy, man. Slim is cool, man. But, the thing about Slim is funny. Like, and we all in the same world, so I can say it to you and you gotta understand. But like, with me and Slim doing podcasting, I've often seen and I see still where people, I ain't gonna say try to pit us against each other, but I gotta give a shout out to him and myself as well. Like, we do a good job of not letting any outside people tear up what we got and the rapport we have and the relationship we build. Whether it's somebody I know and I speak to on a daily basis, whether it's somebody that speak to me that know him, because we got our own entities, you know what I'm saying? But together we just
why do people do that though? What's the fascination of trying to pit two black successful podcasters against each other? I don't understand that.
People like, they don't like seeing that. They don't like to see two, like, normally when you got two powerhouses of brands, I'm gonna say that in the sense of where we at in our surroundings, right? Normally they don't work together. They normally is like, okay, this is me, but we'll work together. I'll let him borrow equipment. He let me borrow equipment. We'll collaborate on ideas. He'll say, yo, I'm interviewing this person. What should I ask him? And vice versa. Like, we collaborate to make each other brands better. And I've always been big on that. Like, even when I brought Slim into play, like, he was doing his own thing then. And I still, people say, he got the Columbia County side, I got the Richmond County side, or he got the, the hip-hop rap scene, I got this scene. I don't care. If it's me, it's him, it's me. We just work together, man. That's how I want it to be. We tackle our content differently, of course. Everybody know that. Slim is definitely way more raunchy. He's more raw in his verbiage and how he communicate ideas. And I'm more laid back, chill, mellow. But it's kind of how we are as people as well.
Yeah.
So shout out to Slim.
I just think, again, just going back to what I said, it's how it should be. We should be uplifting each other, trying to help each other elevate. You know what I'm saying? It's time out for that crap stuff, man. It
all go back to you, still. Like, and that's why I say it's a big intricate part of what is built and what I try to build, how I push things, because a lot of times you learn through people. You learn through people's situations, right? So I noticed when you first came on, I'm not gonna say animosity, but I can tell when you had an issue with someone, right? And I'm not saying I'm not even talking about how you tackled it. That's no other situation, right? But the fact that you had it in that, when I hear the story of why and where, and and even my own, in coming in the game, right? I always felt like, open your arms, spread love, spread information, because not only because you don't know what that person's going to do or where they're going to be at, but it's just the humane thing to do. Spread love, spread information. I've always done that. So, like, hearing your horror stories, my story, this person's story, where somebody didn't help them, somebody did this, somebody did that. I ain't into that. We all gonna work together, regardless of who got the best content, who don't have the best content, because I got the best content and somebody can still blow up. I still want to make sure that I get that person enough game, enough attention, enough feedback, enough real, genuine love for them to say, you know what, hey, you nice, come with me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
I feel it.
I said, that's me, but I know I do want to get into a few things. So
yes, let's do it.
I want to start mild. So I did screenshot some things I posted today, just kind of we going to get up. So the first thing, okay. Let's talk about this. This is a good thing to start off. It's music. All right. So it was a post earlier today where it says it's like a reel. And it's the Lloyd song. You know what I'm saying? With Lil Wayne is on it. Stop. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
All right. In that post, the lady says that pretty much Lloyd putting Lil Wayne on that song kind of skyrocketed Lil Wayne's career, as if Lloyd put Lil Wayne on.
Wait, what?
And I thought I watched it 10 times. And that's how Reels is. Reels is funny like that. Reels will get you. Reels will make you watch it 10 times because you don't know what the hell is going on in that short amount of time. Right? I said, first of all, why'd I watch it 10 times? That didn't make sense to me, right? But I'm like, I'm trying to think if she said what I think she said. I'm like, Lil Wayne was Lil Wayne before Lloyd even had Southside.
This must be a teenager. It
was an older woman. Like
no. They can't be part of the 99-2000. They can't be part of the 99-2000.
I'm telling you,
they talking about some Lloyd put Lil Wayne on. Stop.
Nah, man. I'm telling you, that's exactly what she said. And I'm like, okay. So my post, I shared and said, we got to stop just giving anybody a microphone.
I agree.
Or anybody, putting a camera on anybody.
I agree.
We got to stop that.
I agree.
And we always spoke about that, but that let me know more that there's people that don't know the history of certain things, or they just talk about certain things, and like, imagine that you put all this great content out, I put this great content out, and we struggling, we fighting, we pushing and promoting to trying to get the views, and if somebody says something like that, it's like, it just gets shared. I'm watching it 10 times. Like, imagine how many people watch it 20 times. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy. That's the danger. I've always said this: social media is always a double-edged sword, man. That's the danger of social media. It gives anybody a platform. You know what I'm saying? Anybody can say some ignorant crap like that, bro. And that's crazy to me. Like, so we're gonna act like, you know, after you back it up, then stop. Don't exist.
That's the
Come
thing.
on, man.
I think people look at Lil Wayne.
Drop like it's hot. Come on, man.
But people look at Lil Wayne as if, like, I know, and I don't know if this is what this lady meant, but I get it. He went on a run kind of around that time to about 2009. You know what I'm saying? A running like he couldn't do no wrong. And I get that. But we have to start acting like Lil Wayne wasn't a popular figure before that anyway.
Facts.
Him just happened to take over the game like that, it was more of appreciation, like, damn, he really stayed down till he came up type of thing.
Right.
Versus, you know, but he always a staple in the Cash Money clique.
Absolutely.
Always had a good verse.
Absolutely.
You knew who he was. He just came into his own. He was very young.
Right.
But to say Lloyd,
that's wild.
I mean, I would even be okay, and I still wouldn't say this, but I would be okay if they said the Destiny Child Soldier's verse is what did it. And that's not even true. But I would be more okay with that because I would get it. You saying Beyonce, all right, cool. I would still say no. But to say Lloyd, and no respect to Lloyd, you're a phenomenal artist. You got some great songs, but no, we can't do that.
Nah, that's disrespectful.
If anything, I feel like Lil Wayne's run kind of helped that song get pushed, and that song was a good song regardless.
Right.
But I feel like you add Lil Wayne for a reason.
Right.
You know, you didn't add him to skyrocket. I'm not saying because he didn't say this. Whoever was talking said it.
Right.
Weirdest shit ever.
Yeah. Stop it. That's disrespectful. That's all I got.
When you speak about disrespect, right, you think about music and disrespectful headlines and stuff like that. I'm not getting into a computer. We're not here for that, right? But we spoke, and I watched some of the interview you did, and I have to, you know, of course, just brush by it. But it's stuff like that kind of ticks me off sometimes. Like, you work so hard to do something. You work hard, right? And then somebody can, like, automatically tag another person who ain't worked as hard as you or ain't, you know, did what you did just because they have a question or have a horrible theory. And that, I don't know, I always feel like that's kind of weird because, like, here I am working, busting my ass, doing this, that, and third, all for you to, and it's not to diss nobody, but all for you just to compare or group my name with somebody who ain't doing half the work I'm doing or who ain't putting half the work I'm doing.
Yeah.
It's almost like, damn, should I slap you or this person?
Not slap.
Not
Will Smith.
Hey, points being made right now. Nah. I ain't just trying to slap nobody, but you get my drift, like,
yeah,
you know?
I feel it.
And I think that happens a lot, and not just in music, just with art in general. And I think that's why artists get so upset sometimes too, because, like, the minute an artist come on, Avant, I know it's probably not the best person to use, but when he first came out, that's R. Kelly. Whoa. I don't want to be R. Kelly, and R. Kelly don't want me to be him.
All right.
Let me be Avant.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's so often this person, good basketball player, that's LeBron. Whoa, chill. Yeah. A lot of pressure for one. You know what I'm saying? But so often we do this and we compare. But like they say, comparison is a thief of joy.
Imagine it. Like, I always get, you the next Tyler Perry. Like every time. And it's not, again, I think, you know, people say that, you know, to be nice or whatever, or, you know, just to basically show appreciation for my work, which I appreciate, but at the same time, it's like, I'm not trying to be Tyler Perry. And again, this ain't no diss to Tyler Perry. Shout out to Tyler Perry. This ain't no diss to him.
Shout out to Tyler Perry, man.
But I'm not trying to be him. I'm definitely, you know, I have my own path, my own way I'm trying to do things or whatever. So, I mean, again, not to say Tyler Perry has definitely created a blueprint for future content creators. But at the same time, I'm not trying to be the next. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to be me. So I get it. I 1,000% get it. You know, you're trying to do stuff, and people are always quick to compare you. And I don't want that pressure. I'm good. I'm good.
And I wonder on both sides of the spectrum, like, is it because comparison is a way to kind of convey a message, you know, to kind of illustrate something a lot of times. But I wonder, do we do our due diligence when we compare? Like, or are we just picking the first thing that come to mind? And that'd be the problem, I think. Like, I'm not saying you can never compare somebody to somebody. I'm not saying that. Or you can never compare apples to oranges, whatever. But I feel like you got to make sense. But like, that's like me comparing Michael Jordan to a high school player I am. Why would I be doing that? This is Michael Jordan. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's putting too much pressure on the other person.
Right.
And comparison, like I said, it's a thief of joy, but at the same time, you can dislike somebody else. You can dislike a person that has nothing to do with nothing based off them getting compared to somebody you like a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh, this person next, Tyler Perry. No, he ain't. Or, you know, it's like, nah, I don't see it. So now I'm not rocking with Carlton Clay because they say Tyler Perry. I ain't Tyler Perry, man. I know Tyler Perry. You know, it's like that quick you start to have some disdain toward the person that is being compared to them and they ain't did nothing but do their work.
Right.
And that happens a lot, like in the industry.
Yeah.
You know, people, we call them busts in the NBA. Like, you know, if you get a number 1 draft pick, they start comparing to somebody. Before you came in, I was talking to somebody, we were talking about Shaq. And I don't know how Shaq's son play. And they was like, well, people saying Shaq's son is horrible. He trash. And I try to stop using that word so much, unless I'm joking, you know. But, of course, Shaq's son probably not going to be Shaq. Because it's his son. It's not Shaq. You know what I'm saying? We got people that's as big as Shaq that wasn't as dominant as Shaq. Dwight Howard, you know what I'm saying? You got your big god that was just as big as Shaq but couldn't be as dominant as Shaq. Shaq is Shaq.
Right.
So once you start comparing other people to Shaq, it's almost like they're destined to fail.
Absolutely.
Because they're not going to be what you're comparing them to.
You set them up. Yeah, you set them up for failure, for sure. Definitely. I agree with that 1,000%.
And that's kind of corny.
Hey, man, get right here, man. I can let you go the rest of it.
That's all good. Hey, I'm good now?
Yeah, you good. There you go.
I'm sorry, man.
I was like, all right, I got to tell my man's got to get that.
Good thing I got no close-up going on, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to the hat, man. You know what I'm saying? Solar Society. I was at an event this weekend, a Sneaker Fest event.
I want to give you a shot, bro. You're definitely rocking a lot of brands, a lot of these brands. I've been noticing that. I'm like, yo, that's pretty dope.
I'm not gonna lie, man. Like, I try. My thing is, I feel like knowing when you know like certain odds are on you. Like even now, I couldn't think of a shirt to wear. So I wore all black. So I'm not gonna have some crazy stuff on. If not more than massive, it ain't something I condone or something I bought that's from locally. I'm trying to wear it on camera. You never know what I don't pretty much work for viral moments, but you never know what's gonna happen. If something was to go viral, I prefer to have in-house stuff on. I'll be so mad if something viral and I got a polo shirt on. It's like, polo good enough. You know what I'm saying? Like they already, you know what I'm saying? They already know, you know? So it's kind of like that. But then also, it's just keeping it within. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, because I don't know if people veer me or look at me or, you know, and vice versa. So I might buy a shirt for somebody who I look up to, like, yo, this is a dope shirt. It's a dope brand. Cool. I'm wearing them. I think I'm allowed doing this and third. But that person can look at me a different way too and be like, yo, that's dope. He wore that shirt because he had to do that. He could have wore this. He could have wore that. And it's just one of the things, you're just keeping it going, man. You keep pushing everybody. So I'm trying to do that. For all the events, though, that's not something I'm doing on a daily basis, but if I'm free and I can come to an event, I want to try to start intermingling with more people and connect and networking. Once again, all go back to you. I sat back, I watched how you use your connections a lot of times to get us certain looks, whether it be on a radio station, whether it be on this kind of show, whether it be this interview, whether it be just brushing shoulders with these people or that news interview or, you know, things of that nature. I think I got a call one time and they interviewed me. And they put me on a list of like the podcasts in Augusta. You know what I'm saying? I thought that was dope. And he's like, oh yeah, man, Carlton Clay. I'm like, see, networking. Just from networking. So when people invite me to the events, normally I wouldn't go. I try to make it if I can. Do a little something there just to, you know, show, hey, I'm here. But it's all content. You get to learn. You get to prove. You get to try and fail. You get to, it's a bunch of stuff. And I like creating, man. Just do a lot of stuff creative-wise. So
that's dope, bro.
I try, man. I try. So the next time I do want to get into, and this is something that me and you spoke about probably damn near once a month every year. Okay. Once a month for a year, or every year we did it.
I'm scared.
Battle of the sexes.
Okay.
When I ask that question, I'm mainly talking about, I'm not gonna lie, men just bashing women, but we both know we like to be fair, be like a yin and yang. We try to assess the whole situation when we talk about things. So I'm even throwing women to my men in there.
Okay.
And I want to let you get the floor first. What's your thoughts on that? Because I feel like we have the same conversations every day on social media. people start to argue, people lose friends, people be being up to fight over this nonsense. But it's the same topics, the same dialogue.
Can you give me like an example? Like what are we fighting over now?
$200 dates. Women are single because they're ignoring Mr. Right, or they like bad boys, or women women want to be independent, but they also want a man to do it X, Y, Z. Those type of narratives I'm talking about.
Okay, I think I saw a post recently. I saw something about the guy supposed to pay for the girl, and like if it's her birthday, you pay for her and all her friends, or something like that.
Hell no.
Yeah,
the answer is hell no.
I saw that. I haven't really been seeing too much. I did see something recently. I will say I do want to address this. So Jay Ellis, who's on Insecure, he recently married his longtime girlfriend. Right, she happens to be white, and of course, it was a whole thing. And I think the argument is, because I've talked to a few of my friends about this. The argument is black men, they want the black woman's support. They just don't want the black woman. As far as like, I guess like, wanting to date or marry or whatever. So my thing is, I think the issue that I have is, where is the disdain for black women who decide to marry white men? Like, cause the thing is, it's like black women saying, oh my God, you leveled up. Oh my God, do you, girl? Do you, boo? You know what I'm saying? If they don't, find somebody who truly loves you. I'm like, I don't understand. Like, why can't we just, if the person finds love where they find love, let them find love. You know what I'm saying? Preferably for me, this is a disclaimer. This is because I ain't trying to be with nobody. If I decide to be with somebody, I would prefer somebody black. You know what I'm saying? But because we understand each other. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, if I find love where I find it, let me find it and let me be happy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't understand whether. I think my issue is the hypocrisy of it all. You know what I'm saying? It's like you can't be happy with one side but be upset with the other, and it doesn't really. I just make it make sense for me, because that doesn't make sense to me. That's the only issue I got. Everything else you talking about, this whole dating and all this other stuff, and who paying $200 dates and stuff, and man, y'all better sit down somewhere with all that, man.
But to piggyback on what you said, I agree with you. I feel like a lot of times when men choose, for whatever reason they have, because some men have legitimate reasons why they chose to go outside their race, right? When men choose a white woman or something like that, right? A lot of times he is played at that point. He can't even come back across. You like white women now. That's it. Go get you a Becky. That's what they're gonna tell him for the rest of his life. Go get you a Becky. You like white women now. When women do it, like you don't even bat an eye. It's like, oh, okay. Now men might say something, you know what I'm saying, like to her, but it's not a whole conversation. It's kind of like, oh, okay, I understand you, sis. Like, yeah, I know you probably tired of these brothers. It's like you automatically assume that every black man she dated just broke her heart. But she could just like white women, like white men. Right. And or like you said, I'm obviously my views has changed now. I'm not saying I don't like interracial relationships. I don't care. Do your thing. Just don't try to explain to me why you did it. All right. Love who you love, and that's it. Once you start explaining to me, I feel like something off. All right. I'm never gonna bring a black woman to somebody. Like, I'm not gonna bring a black woman, because that's how I would have, to somebody and be like, yeah, this is why I'm with her though. You know what I'm saying? Like, why would I be explaining something to you? Why would I have to defend that? You know.
But I do want to, let me caveat though. Like I said, I know, like, I think another reason they, like, sometimes black women, I say, because the black man, the reason why they date white women or whatever, because they bash black women. Now, that's unacceptable. You can't do that. Like, I'm with you. Like you said, it's kind of, if you decide to date Becky, Kathy, whatever, then stand on that. But you don't have to bash black women to date Becky, Kathy. You know what I'm saying? So, definitely. You know what I'm saying? So
that do be wild. We've seen some wild posts.
Yeah. That's the wildness of it, and that's what I don't get down with. I don't agree with that.
But that's somebody that's hurt, and you spoke off air about something like that. That's someone, when something like that happens, I feel like it's bigger than that person he's with versus black women. He has some inner he's dealing with black women that he ain't really got over yet.
Yeah, I just think that was just kind of sad that Jay Ellis couldn't really enjoy his happiness. The man had to turn off his comments when he posted the picture. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, that's sad that he couldn't enjoy his love, you know, and without people going crazy about it. And I just think that's just unfortunate.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I feel like, especially as people from our side looking in, we don't realize that these celebrities are real people.
They're people, human. Man.
And a lot of times they look at their fans and like how we look at people that we want to celebrate us as some kind of supportive system, because so many yes men around them. It's like, my fans, I ain't giving up. You know, let me. And for them to kind of do that, it's kind of like, damn, it's kind of disheartening a little bit.
Yeah, man. I feel hurt for the brother.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Like, as much as I like for people to stay within, you know, I do feel like if you like a white woman, that's fine. I am 100% okay with it, and vice versa. My own thing is just don't explain to me why. Because once you explain to me why, I feel like deep down, you don't. I'm not explaining nothing to nobody. If I'm with somebody, I'm with them. That's it. I'm not coming to you saying, yeah, you know, but you know, he grew up with a black family. He kind of black. She kind of black. No, why am I doing that for? The hell? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like imagine me trying to convince you, like, hey, I know Becky in there, but she kind of Keisha, bro. You know, like she got some Keisha in there. Like that's wild as hell.
That's wild, bro.
I don't care what you think. I'm with her. That's it.
Right.
There's a little bit of Augusta news here. Nothing major.
Here we go.
I posted this today too, and this was funny to me. I want to know your thoughts on that. I'm reading a post to you, right?
Okay.
And I want you to tell me if you feel like something's wrong, okay, within this post. Before I post it, I'm gonna tell you it's a picture of a woman to the right.
Okay.
Okay, it's a flyer, so to speak, an event, so to speak.
Okay.
And there's a picture to the left of a rapper.
Okay.
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 It says, event Saturday at Truth, Augusta.
Okay.
Some of our older customers have asked me, who is Miss Little Golden? LOL. Well, for those of you that don't know who she is, she's an IG model, actress, and entrepreneur. And she happens to be Lil Baby, first baby mama. In parentheses, and the finest, if you ask me. She is bringing a gang of bad women with her. Party with the celebrities at Truth, $20 all night! Exclamation point. I want to also throw in here that the rapper that's on the left is Lil Baby, who has zero to do with this post.
What?
And I'm gonna just show you. That's the post, okay?
Okay.
Can you spot out some things that you feel like are wrong with this post, if you don't mind?
One, you're mentioning somebody that has nothing to do with your event. One.
That's the first thing.
First thing.
Who's a very big figure.
Right. That's definitely.
If I'm scrolling,
that's very cloudish.
If I'm scrolling, I'm like, oh, Lil Baby come to Augusta.
Right. That's the. You're not thinking about. You're not thinking about the baby mama. Like that has nothing. So you're basically you're using little babies. You're using his influence to promote the person you really want there, the person that's really coming, in order to get other people to come. And yeah, that's. Let me see the rest of it.
Yes, it's a lot. I have a big deal for some reason, a big problem with the baby mama part. I feel like if she had to describe herself, I just feel like she wouldn't say, "Oh, guys, I'm also Lil Baby's first baby mama." I feel like that's not a description she would give herself, in my opinion. Could be wrong.
Okay, so I agree. I'm gonna say I agree with you that shouldn't be the description that you give yourself, but a lot of times, and this is no diss, but a lot of times these women who are, sleeping with these rappers, they use that in order to get, the exposure or get, the perks.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Right. So I mean, I don't know her. I don't know her history or whatever. Honestly, I've never heard of her.
She's pretty.
Yeah, she's beautiful. But yeah, I don't know. I just think that description was all wrong to me. But again, but in their defense, I'm not their audience. So that doesn't do nothing for me. I mean, I don't go to those clubs anyway. So I mean, they're not trying to appeal to me. So
can I ask you a question?
Go ahead.
If he said she is an IG model, actress, and entrepreneur, she is bringing a gang of bad women with her. I just feel like that sounds better. I just feel like that whole she happens to be a little baby first baby mama, and the fine if you ask me, just don't really. It's not promoting what's going on.
Yeah, I agree with that.
At this point, it's like you saying, "Hey, little baby," and just talking.
But again, to their credit, it's still bad marketing. Excuse me, in my opinion. But to their credit, like, so off of that, let's cut off little baby. Would you know who she is if you didn't say that was?
Hell no, I don't know who little Miss Golden is.
Exactly.
But guess what?
Exactly. So I think
I still don't know who she is.
No, I know. But again, attaching little baby, everybody know who little baby is. So it's like, okay. And then you got people, of course, people like to use people in Augusta sometimes.
True.
So the thing is, I'm like, if I meet Lil Gold, that's her name, right? Lil Golden?
Miss Little Golden.
Miss Lil Golden. If I meet Miss Lil Golden, I might get the little baby through her. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's strategic. Would I suggest that? No. Because I feel like, in a sense, it's kind of deceptive. But, again, that's the marketing style they chose. I don't think it's the correct one, but it is what it is.
I think the picture gets me. Because, like, he literally has no reason to be.
There's no reason.
Picture shouldn't be.
Right.
If I'm just scrolling and I see that, I'm like, oh, little baby coming in Saturday night. Okay, cool. And I'm just scrolling, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I'm not mad at that. Real quick, the disclaimer: the person that posted it, I'm not mad at all. Like, do your thing. That's how you promote. Ain't nothing wrong with what you're doing. I'm not saying it because obviously we talking about it, so you did something right. All I'm saying is, I'm thinking about if I'm her, how I'm feeling. Like, damn, do I have? And if she okay with it, cool. But like, do I have to be attached to such and such just to get promoted? If and I don't know, I ain't trying to diss her or diss nobody, but I'm not sure what the definition for IG model is. No, I'm being serious because that's a lot of people tag.
Right.
Like, I don't know if what makes you an IG model? Is it a certain amount of picture likes you got to get? Or
I think it's a certain. It's probably. You
gotta be verified or something.
I was about to say. I think it's verification and a certain amount of, I guess, followers.
Oh, if that's the case, there's a lot of people in the IG models that say they're IG models.
I think
right
this
now.
is me. I don't know.
Nah, we got whoever Webster. Urban
Webster.
Dictionary, who on Instagram, I don't know who popping on Instagram, Lil Boosie, somebody give me the definition of IG model.
I think wouldn't the founders would they define that Meta?
Okay,
they own it. Hey, that's AKA used to be Facebook.
I need to know what an IG model is.
I don't know.
Somebody cannot say it because
I don't know.
So if I'm posting, taking pictures, and I post them on IG, am I IG model now?
I think that would equate to everybody because everybody takes pictures on Instagram. So I mean,
hey, this is Colin Clay. He's gonna be here Saturday. He's an IG model.
All right, try to come see me.
He's also Kendra's brother. Okay, all right. I'm gonna post a picture of her too. She might be there too. We don't know. I'm just posting pictures of people just to do it. Ooh. But nah, the post I thought it was funny because I posted this morning just being funny. I said, it's funny for multiple reasons, and a lot of people had the same kind of. And I think women in general, I see that a lot. People say, they be like, damn. I really let somebody baby mama me or whatever the case may be. Now, granted, I never want to put that tag on somebody, but let's be truthful, right? If me and you talking about somebody or talking about somebody, and I can't, like earlier we were trying to talk about somebody, I'm like, yo, nah, he got this, and it's not ringing the bell. And then I say, man, such and such baby mother. Oh, in some instance I can see that, you know what I'm saying? But I'm trying to sell some tickets for a flyer. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I get it, though. I mean, I'm not mad at him for doing it because that's promoting y'all gotta do. You know what I'm saying? If it was Lil Baby cousin, I'm pretty sure he'll put a picture of Lil Baby and say Lil Baby's cousin. It just makes sense. I'm not mad at it. I'm thinking from the woman perspective. I see a lot of times women don't like that. That's something that they get ID'd by. There's certain things you get ID'd by, which I want to get into in a second. This is off the fly. We so good at this. This is crazy. Off the fly. Off of that. What's your ID? What's some of your IDs? Like what? Not who are you? Not who is Carlton Clay, but like when somebody describing you, what do you think your IDs are? Like, oh, he's the one who did this. He's the one who did this. He does this. Like what is your ID, or what would you want your ID to be?
And
would you ever want to be somebody's baby daddy? Would that be your first thing?
That won't really bother me.
Okay.
If I was...
I don't think it bothers me either.
That won't bother me. I mean,
I'm a smarty baby daddy, so I guess okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna see.
By definition, hey.
True. I get...
Not an IG model, though.
I don't get IG model. I don't get that.
I do take pictures and post my IG, though, but not sure if I get credit for that.
I am Pastor Clay's son.
Okay.
I get that.
Preacher's son. I'm not sure that's the same thing or not.
Yes, it's the same thing.
I'm making sure. I don't know, man.
It's the same. Stop it.
I ain't trying to get dragged through the pulpit.
Stop it.
That's the term.
It's true.
Oh, I know some church stuff. See.
But yeah, I get Pastor Clay's son. I get Sonya's son. My parents are from here, so I mean, a lot of people know my parents. So I get Sonya's son. I mean, which is fine. I am. I definitely get Carlton Morris's grandson a lot. Carlton, my grandfather was a teacher. He taught a lot of people here in Augusta. So I get that. And my aunt Carlin too. She taught a lot of people too. Like she taught kindergarten. She retired now, obviously, but they know me as her nephew as well. And then Kendra don't want to admit this, but I'm Kendra's brother too. She always like to say she's Carlton's sister, but I get I'm Kendra's brother like a lot.
And I'm glad you said that because I was kind of getting to that from that post, right? And I said to say we talked about it just in gestures to kind of talk about her, but I wonder. Not only because she probably don't care about it because that's just the truth, you know what I'm saying? Cool. If she get in the bag because of somebody who she had, relations with and is working for her, cool. If she okay with that. But I've also gotten that before. Before I got into media, like, I remember my brother being this, phenom player in the city. Oh, that's Dawn's brother. And like, hey, it's not really... That's a little ring to it, because Dawn got a good name, you know what I'm saying? So that's Dawn Brothers, cool. Until you come into your own, and then you're like, okay, my tag is this now. That's the one who do more than the Masters. That's the one who do the podcast. He had the podcast with such and such. Like, you create your own ID. So I do feel like maybe sooner or later, we'll see her more if she's an entrepreneur, like they say, IG model. I'm not dissing her, just talking. I do feel like she can come up out of that.
Yeah.
Because he has another... He has kids with another woman. I don't like that term, baby mother. I hate that term, baby mother, baby daddy. I'm just I don't know why, but he has kids with another woman, and she does a lot. And I think she was kind of popular before she was even with him. But obviously he's who he is.
Right.
So in this instance, I can't get mad at Lil Baby. You know what I'm saying? But I do think she's doing so much stuff to where I seen an interview the other day where they didn't even ask her about Lil Baby. And that's dope. I feel like, if you can come about of that to make your own ID and start to get your own identity, that's dope.
Yeah.
It's nothing wrong being such and such brother, such and such sister, that's such and such kid's dad or such and such son. But I think in due time, everybody kind of wants to create their own identity.
Yeah.
I'm almost certain that you grow in, you come up being something. You're young. Oh, that's such and such kid. Okay, cool. He do this. Okay, cool. Oh, she cheerlead for this high school. You always gonna have an ID at some point, but then at some point you want to kind of create your own to where it's like it's one you made for yourself.
All right.
What ID do you think you've made for yourself?
That's the guy that does the web series.
Which one you think is the one that? Which one you think the one that stamped you? Which web series is like that's Colin Clay?
In Augusta, the Lions Den definitely. I would say that. Like where I'm at now, it's quite a few. I'm gonna say 3. It was Lover's Lane, Brotherhood, and Sweet Mahogany.
Sweet Mahogany.
Those 3.
I'm telling you, let me tell you why I picked Sweet Mahogany. I know I probably tell the story all the time. I don't care. I told you, I came home one day. All right. Came home one day. Shout out. I probably shouldn't say this on camera. I'm going to say anyway. And just a little quick backstory because we got a little time. We only got one topic left. A little backstory. So before my grandma passed, everybody was trying to help out with her, right? So my uncle came down for a little while. I don't know what phase he was going through and nothing like that, but a lot of times I'll come through the living room, he'll turn the TV down or change the channel as if he's a kid. He's older than me, he's grown. Right. I'm like, bro, if you're watching some exotic stuff, that's on you. I don't care. I'm just kind of get some drink and come back to my room. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So with that being said, I come through one night, and for sure he's watching Sweet Mahogany, and I kind of backtrack because he didn't change channel this time. I said, hey, how you get to this? Oh, man, I love this, man. They finally put part 2 out, da-da-da. I said, yo, Do you know this same guy has been coming to this house for about 2 years now, and we've been recording Fire&Ice. This is my guy. Like I know him. He's like, yeah. I know he kind of like, get out. I'm trying to get me, and I'm like, because that's the vibe again. He's like, yeah, like. So I called you, and I'm like, yo, my uncle is watching Sweet Mahogany. Like, what's the? I was just hyped because I'm like, yo, what's the odds of somebody I'm recording with week in, week out? I never took this to him. I never told my uncle about nothing. It's like I come in and he's watching it. It's like, wow. On his own account. So yeah, that's definitely an ID for you for somebody. Because when I mentioned Carlton Clay, I'm saying to him, Sweet Mahogany. Oh, that's him. That's how it's gonna be now.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's dope.
No, I appreciate that though. That's dope.
No, that's dope. And I don't know. I think that just in general, people gotta have an ID. I think when you start to have your own ID, you start to come into yourself, or just being able for people to know you for your work and the things you've done, I think you're able to create better too. Cause I see that a lot in your work from when I first met you to now. To not like I know, right? But when I see the growth, when I see like how you change up your style of writing or what happens, is more like it's not necessarily planned out. Like I don't know what's gonna happen a lot of times in your shows now. Where before it's kind of like everybody got the same treatment, It's like it's either a good ending, it's family oriented, it's the same stuff. When you start to jump out that box and get uncomfortable, that's when I think you start to create your own identity.
Yeah.
Another topic that we ran rampant, me and you.
Okay.
Atlanta. I'm not saying let's get into
some of the show.
About it. No. I'm getting out of Augusta. I'm going to Atlanta.
Oh, I was
like, I know we ran into the ground, but somebody posted something the other day, and I want to read this. Right, this wasn't something I had on notes, but it makes sense. It says people bash Augusta, but can't afford to leave. So truth be told, it's not that Augusta doesn't have anything going on. It's you that don't have nothing going on. There are many successful people in Augusta. Yes, making 6 figures and more. You could be one of them if you be open-minded. Try new things, learn a trade, craft, or master it, and surround yourself around people who want and do better. Old ways won't open new doors. That was fire. I saw it yesterday. I kind of ignored it because I had a lot of stuff going on. I got it sent to me today, and somebody said they agree, which I agree too. I forgot to send it to them. But I agree. I'm horrible at texting and stuff still.
Yeah.
That hasn't changed.
It hasn't.
But what's your thoughts on that post?
I agree 1,000% with it. 1,000. Because, so, I'm going to tell a little backstory. And it's funny because I was having this conversation with my godfather when I went to Atlanta to spend a weekend with him or whatever. And there was a time when I did, and it's funny because I was looking at old. It's funny when you get the memories, man, and you be looking at your old stuff, you be like, dang, I was thinking that. That's crazy. Like, there was a time when I was trying to get out of Augusta. I saw a lot of posts. I was saying, I gotta get out of here. I gotta get out of here. But you get older and your mind changes. Your mind shifts, and you really start to realize. Because my goddad asked me, he said, so you want to stay in Augusta? Because my goddad's he went to Josie. He's from Augusta. He was like, you gonna just stay in Augusta? I was like, yeah. I feel like I'm here. Like I used to want to move, but I got to a point now. I'm just like, I'm 36, might be 37. Not that I can't move or whatever, but I'm just like, I feel like this is where I need to be. I've tried to move several times. I tried to apply for several jobs outside of Augusta. I never got them. And I'm not gonna be homeless or hungry, so I'm gonna stay right here. Well, I know I'm able to survive and everything. And again, it has nothing to do with fear or anything. It's just I feel like this is where I'm supposed to be because I feel like I'm making the most impact. I feel most like I feel like the most purposeful where I'm at here. So, like I said, it's all about changing your mindset. It's all about creating. If you don't see any opportunities, it's about creating those opportunities. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to be, like she said, open your mind. Like you have to open your mind to different possibilities. Like what? Because here's the thing. Let's say you do move. You move to Atlanta, move to Charlotte, you move to LA, you move to New York. If your mindset's not changed, you're going to be miserable where you at. It don't matter where you go, you're going to be miserable because at the end of the day, you are the common denominator. So you have to figure out. You have to figure out within. Okay, how am I going to be happy to where no matter where I'm located that I'm not quote unquote miserable or bored or whatever have you. Because like I said, there's been times when I've lived in Atlanta. I went to school in Atlanta, and I'm not gonna sit up here and be like, oh my God, Atlanta's amazing. Like Atlanta is nothing but, for me, Atlanta was nothing but Augusta, but just a bigger, more places to eat. You know what I'm saying? So I'm
and
like
expensive.
Yeah, because I mean, to be honest with you, when I graduated from high school, pretty much either most of us went to Georgia State or UGA or Georgia Southern. Those are the three main schools there, and majority of us definitely went to Georgia State. So a lot of us, I saw a lot of Davidson people at Georgia State University when I was there. Not saying I would see them every day, but I'm just like, the same people every day. But I knew that people were there from right. Davidson. So, like I said, to me, Atlanta is nothing but bigger Augusta, because everybody's trying to go to Augusta. I mean, everybody's trying to go to Atlanta. So, but I agree with that post though. You got to change your mindset. And again, I'm not gonna sit there and like my mind was always like that. I definitely, again, I go through my memories. I'm like, whoa, you kind of tripping, homie. So again, it's that mindset. It's all in the mind. I definitely 1,000 stand on that.
But I feel like this, right? I feel like depending on in the context you say it and what you're saying and relevance to, is going to determine how I feel about what you're saying, right? That's number one. But in the post of what she's saying, this has been my thought process lately in the past year. Some change is like, change is inevitable. So you're gonna have to change at some point. And I think sometimes you got to make yourself uncomfortable in order to have some kind of growth. Like, you won't grow if you're not uncomfortable. If you just feel like you're comfortable, like, okay, I'm gonna wake up, do X, Y, Z every day, and go back to sleep, you're not gonna grow. You're doing the same exact things. Almost like workouts. If you just only pushing, one plate on each side of 45, you're not gonna get bigger. You're not gonna get more fit. But you gotta, add on some weight. Try a different technique. You know what I'm saying? Try some different routines. Do more. Add more quantity to your workout. Do a more rigorous workout. That's how you get bigger and more fit. So it's the same thing with anything in life. I just feel like you gotta make yourself uncomfortable sometimes, not in a negative way. So I say it to say, me and you in the past have always said, you don't have to move to Atlanta and do this. You don't have to. You don't. But for somebody, it's gonna work. It's possible. And it's not that because they went to Atlanta. It's just because they moved. It's just because they made themselves uncomfortable. I don't care if you go to Macon. I don't care if you go to Florida. I don't care if you go to New York. I don't care if you go to overseas. I don't care if you go to another state, down a block, whatever. You move into your own apartment 2 miles down the road. If it's uncomfortable for you, it's a possibility you'll grow. So I'm not saying go to Atlanta or don't go to Atlanta, leave Augusta, don't leave Augusta, but I do feel like a lot of times, like she said, get a trade, try something different, network, go face some new doors. You know what I'm saying? I think get yourself uncomfortable. You never know what's ahead or what's at stake for you, because I could tell you, and I'm always going to bring it back to me and you when we on this podcast, because to make people know why it was so important to keep having you on, or keep bringing up that we did something. Because when I had started out at that time, I was interviewing, I was doing everything my own, right? So me and you had this thing where like we hated working with other people because it always didn't work out. If I hadn't just done what I did with you, then I would still have that mindset like it can't work out with people. I would never talk to Slim. I would never, collaborate with people. I'm like, nah, I ain't doing that. But because I was able to make myself comfortable, okay, cool, I'm gonna share the mic with this person. Okay, I'm gonna share the brand with this person. I'm gonna do this. Everything we did that was uncomfortable wasn't the norm for us to do. We did it, and it made us better at whatever we were doing.
I agree.
You're thriving now in what you're doing. I'm doing good. I'm doing. So it's like, you have to do that. So her post may have came up a way because of the names. People get so caught up in names. Augusta, Atlanta. That's like triggers for people for some reason when those two names are in the same sentence. But I would always tell somebody to look at it, take those out of it, and put something else there. So don't put Atlanta, Augusta. Put uncomfortable. Put change. Put different scenery. Put elevation. You know what I'm saying? Put things like that, and then you're able to see it through a different lens.
Absolutely, I agree. But I do just to piggyback off of it. Sometimes I would say if you do move, I say move for the right reasons. Because sometimes people, like I said, I have a friend, she moved. She's doing wonderful. She's doing great. Sometimes you do have to change your environment because sometimes that environment, it'll again, it triggers you to be lax. It triggers you to be lazy. It triggers you to, not thrive or everything. So sometimes you have to change your environment. But again, like you said, it doesn't necessarily have to be moving from another city to another city. Like you said, move down the block, change your job, do whatever you feel like you need to do to thrive. I got to tell my homeboy Jack the other day. I was like, "Yo, it's crazy how we live in Augusta. Augusta is so small, but at the same time, it's so big. There's certain people I have not seen. I haven't seen them in years, and we stay in the same city. We still stay right here in Augusta, and I have not seen them. Unless you're purposely trying to interact with people, right. You're not going to necessarily interact with them or whatever. So, again, I going back to the post and going back to the topic again. I say if you're moving because you're bored or if you're moving because there's nothing to do or whatever, then again, you got to change your mindset with everything. So again, if you move with purpose, move with the right reasons, then you'll be successful, you'll thrive. So that's what I got on that. Before we close, you got any more topics real quick?
No, good.
Okay, so before we got to talk about TV. We have to because that's the Fire and Ice thing. We have to talk about the TV shows. That was the last topic I had.
For real. Is it
we're gonna talk
P-Valley?
I got a couple we need to discuss. We're going to talk about P-Valley though.
No, I want you to go through the topics of.
No. I was going to just hit a couple of shows real quick, but we can talk about. Let's go talk about P-Valley. Let's hit it.
Well, I want to get too crazy into it. I just want to, I seen you post. I posted about it today. I seen you post about it today too. It's just really funny. We had kind of opposing views, somewhat. Not really. It's just different opinions or whatever.
Yeah.
You posted more about more about people posting about it. So I'd rather you go first because I only made one post about P-Valley so far.
Okay. Basically, I posted, so the post he's talking about today, I posted today, I said, some of y'all need to stop watching P-Valley. And I put laughing emojis. It was a joke, but I was kind of serious about it too.
Always, as always. That's in constant fashion.
Because I feel like some of y'all harp on the same things every week. And y'all already know what's going to happen, or what's going to be alluded to. And it's like, why put yourself through this? If it's torturing you that bad, why put yourself through it? Just don't watch it. Now, am I gonna sit up and act like season 2 is like Great. The Galaxy? No, it's not. Season 1 definitely was better than season 2. I'm gonna say that. But I feel like I'm not gonna if it's certain things that because I'm okay, so for instance, they introduced this storyline with old buddy. What's his name? The guy that does the stones and stuff now.
Yeah. Is his name Diamond?
Diamond, that's it. They introduced that, right? And I ain't gonna say from I was like, I don't know, y'all might be losing. And it has nothing really necessarily to do with the practice, because I know that's what they do down there. But for me, it's the part of the genre. Like season 1 had none of that in there, right? And season 2, now you're adding all the supernatural stuff. And I feel like, again, I said if I want to watch True Blood and if I want to watch Lovecraft, what's the Lovecraft County? Yeah. Or, any other, or the show Supernatural or anything like that, I will watch those. That's not what I tune in to watch. So, but for me to say that every week, that means, Carlton, you need to stop watching it. I said it once and I was good. I was done. Right? But of course I stay tuned in. Some of y'all watching this show and y'all know that Uncle Clifford, is Uncle Clifford. Y'all know the rapper, Lil Murda is undercover gay. Like, this already, and they're gonna have these scenes. This isn't a Starz series. They do stuff, so it's like for you to be like, oh man, they doing too much. And you say that every week. It's like, yo, you know what they're gonna do. So stop watching it. You know what I'm saying? Just stop. So I just, again, if you want to torture yourself, do it. Me personally, doesn't bother me. I'm a big Lil Murda's actually my favorite character on the show. I've said this several times again. I was invested in his relationship with Big Teak. I was really sad that Big Teak died because I felt like they could have definitely. There was more to their relationship. There was more to Big Teak, I think, to that character that they could have definitely fleshed out. And then we're going to kill him. I think they should have waited until either the episode before the last one or the season finale, just in my opinion. And I like Uncle Clifford. I think Clifford's a character. Do I want Uncle Clifford? I said this last week. No, not last week. I said this yesterday. Do I want Clifford and Lil Murda together? No, I do not. I feel like I would prefer Lil Murda with Big T. I want Uncle Clifford to find somebody else to run in the sun with. That's just my opinion on the whole situation. Again, I did tune into P-Valley to see the stripping as well. And we're not getting a lot of that this season. I don't know why. Maybe it's a pandemic thing. I'm not sure. So I'm not sure. But my main thing is, if you're going to complain about it every week, I feel like you should just take that off of your viewing now.
But you know what? The thing is, the people that I'm not sure who is, but people that you probably seen complain about it, those probably the same people that complain about everything all the time. So it's kind of like what you really expect from them. Almost like same thing asking them with P-Valley. It's kind of like the same thing what they post. It's the same people all the time that complain about this. Oh my God, this summer's just crazy. The heat was like this when I was younger, every summer. You see what I'm saying? It's gonna be the same people, right? So, but I get the gripe on that because you have to scroll and you get tired of seeing it. You're trying to enjoy the show. You want to watch it. Maybe you missed the episode. Who knows, right? But I know I posted something today and I said, P-Valley might as well change the name. I always assumed the P stood for, the P,
right?
And it could still stand for the P, but I guess season 2 is a different P we probably standing for. And I only said it because I'm seeing a lot of them P's every other episode is getting whipped out, and I'm like, whoa, what's going on? I'm not mad at it. Like, it's art. I understand art is imitation of, and this happens in real life. These are real life situations. I understand it.
Right.
I'm not even mad about it, like at all. I'm not mad about it. Even the scene, like I can just close my eyes and not look at it. It's fine. It's okay. I'm grown. Like I know I'm grown. It's not bothering me. It is one of them things where, like you said, when you invest into a show for season 1, why I invested in season 1, I'm not seeing that in season 2. And I understand about growth, change, all that stuff, and trying to get more viewership and things of that nature. Maybe they went that direction to get more viewers and feel like season 3 they're going to, have it even out, whatever, and that's cool. But that's my own thing. Like, I'm not even mad about it. I'm gonna still watch it. And this season's not even that great as far as like a lot of things is not great about this season.
Yeah, I'm gonna say overall,
it's watchable.
Yeah, I'm gonna say overall, the storylines are very all over the place. Like it's literally like.
But I learned from me and you. We really went really hard on Power when season 4 and 5 was around, right? And the thing is this though, and we complain every week, right? But the thing is this though, right?
We did.
The thing is this is like, it's still watchable. So no, it's not the season before that. But sometimes you had them down seasons. You right, because that is gearing up for a punch season 5. That season 1 might be slow, but season 2 might be fast, action packed. Season 3 might be slow, but season 4 might be like it's a writing technique. It's a process,
right? And not to validate our complaining, because we did complain about Power a lot, but I feel like
we came on the show to talk.
That's what we do. But I feel like our complaining was more so overall, like as far as like the different. It wasn't every week we talking about we tired of seeing Ghost ass. You know what I'm saying? Like we weren't saying that every week. But it was like we were talking about the overall thing. With P-Valley, what I'm seeing is a lot of people saying, I'm tired of seeing a little murder with these niggas. And I'm like, that's right, we're not on radio no more. I can say it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, but his situation. So
you saying if the character is down low or whatever, you're gonna have scenes of down low scenes.
Yes.
Just like in the strip club, you're gonna expect to see some strip club scenes. So
exactly,
you shouldn't be. If your kid's in the room, hey, get out. This is
not a kid's show.
So if I know Uncle Murder and Uncle Cliff in the room, and I hear some slow music or the Cisco music, I'm like, hey, let's fast forward this, please. I can say that, I can ignore what's going on, but it's just one of them things like to let it bother you or to keep talking about this. I'm with you. It's kind of weird.
I think it's weird, but also at the same time, I think it kind of, and not to get like really in depth, and I feel like you need to search within yourself and figure out why is it bothering you so hard. And we're gonna leave it at that. The next show, because funny, me and Slim talked about this. The Shy. Have you been watching this season?
I watched it. I'm caught up on all episodes, bro.
Okay, I'm not. I have to watch this week's.
Once again, I don't know if it's y'all. Please, and mind you, I want you to know this.
Okay,
him being here and us having these conversations aren't saying that we are just the supreme best writers in the world.
Right.
We're just he's my favorite writer. But
I
don't want y'all to think like, well, let me go check his stuff out. We just from fans' perspective.
This is from a viewer's perspective, exactly.
And mind you, everything I'm talking about, we still watch because we like it. Still.
Right.
The Chi is not the Chi I knew it to be.
Absolutely.
However, I watch it still, and I still try my best to enjoy it. This season is not as bad as the one of the season before.
Mm-hmm.
So it's easy for me to enjoy it. Like I said, sometimes you have them weirdo seasons where they going here, and now they finally found a niche. Okay, we gonna hone in on a character image.
What are you what are you liking about this season that you did like about the last the Emmett thing?
I love the character development of Emmett. I like everything about his character from what we've seen in season 1 and 2 to now. This is a grown man we talking about here. I like that the most. I like to see the growth in the kids. Like, we don't really realize, and I hate to get that in depth with it, but I have to. We don't realize when you think about the Chi, and you think about Kev and his friends, right? Kev is someone who shot somebody when he was like in 6th grade.
Right.
That is not common to do. It's not common for you to go and shoot a grown man in 6th grade. And we seeing him dealing with the after effects of everything. He's not even the same Kevin. He's not even the main character of the kids no more, technically speaking. They do more on his friend with the dreads. I can't think of the name right now, but
Jake.
Or Pop, but it's like it makes sense. Sometimes people have them traumatic experiences. That's what happened. I like that. So we can say what we don't like, but it is things that I take from it. Like, damn, you think about in real life, somebody being 11 years old having to shoot a grown man. Yeah, you gonna have some trauma. Yeah, you probably gonna be drinking when you 15, 14. You know what I'm saying? You witnessing a murder. Yeah, like he was deep in some stuff.
Yeah, definitely.
At a very young age, having to be mature.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? So I like the development of the Chi. Let's say that, but it's not that great still. But it's watchable. It's watchable.
Yeah, I'm a type of person, and people know this about me because I'm an avid TV watcher. Even if a show is like Empire bad, right? I'm gonna still.
Hey, can you describe Empire bad real quick? What is that like? Can you give me like a brief? When you say Empire bad, what season? Is it a season you're referring to, or just like shenanigans? Like what?
So when Empire first came out, it was the show. I'm not gonna sit there and act like it wasn't. Everybody was watching Empire for the most part.
Season 1 was fire.
Season 1 was like bomb. Music was great. Acting was great. Storyline was great. Everything. Where they messed up on Empire was they got too many special guest stars. They was focusing on them, and they did not develop their main characters. There was no character development in that show whatsoever. And then the storylines just started getting ridiculous.
Oh, that never happens. All right.
Yeah.
Pardon me.
So yeah, the show just started getting ridiculous. Like it was just like the characters started doing stuff that didn't really make sense. So that's what I mean by like, and then it's Empire bad. So what I say is, even if the show is Empire bad, I'm a type of person I'm still going to watch because I'm invested to see. I've invested so many years into this show.
Right.
I need to see how y'all gonna end it. How y'all gonna wrap things up. So with the Chi, right? The first 2 seasons, phenomenal. And even with the whole Jason Mitchell situation, like even because they had to write him out due to what he did or whatever, they didn't even wrap that up good. Like, They didn't even wrap that. Like, season 3, okay, they had the funeral, and then they never really discussed who killed him. We didn't find out that who killed him until season 4, and it was like just a mention. Same thing with the Reg character. It was like he got shot. We didn't know if he died yet. Then we found out that he did die, and it was just like they don't even talk. I wrote a tweet about this. They don't even talk about Reg at all.
I know. Like he
never existed. You know what I'm saying? It's like it just. They're not doing a good job of, if they have to end storylines, they're not doing a good job of wrapping things up nice. When I say nicely, I don't mean a happy ending. What I mean is a resolution. Like how are we ending it so we can go on to the next thing? You know, and I think for me, season 3 and season 4 was definitely a mess. Season 5, this new season, it's all right. I feel like I think my problem is, and I'm not from Chicago, I don't really know exactly what the thing is, but I do know what I see working in the business. I feel like they're creating this utopian Chicago, and it's like, where is like the Chicago like that again, I'm not trying to see violence all the time, but I'm like, Where is the where is Chicago? Because I'm trying to figure out what city are we in right now on the show? Because this is
I think as I don't know for sure, but I wonder if as a writer or as a group or collective of writers, and you know or producer whatever, I wonder if it's hard to come to a common idea of what Shy are we going to show. Are we showing the stuff that they already see on TV? Are we gonna give the Shy a better name? Are we showing a different version of a Shy that people don't know? Because like I said, we're not really from there. We don't know, right? I heard of Chirac, but I also hear that people don't like that term, regardless of what's going on in Chicago, right? So I wonder if they go away from that on purpose and show us a different side, which may not be a big side of Chicago, but I wonder that's just the side they're focusing on. Because when I'm seeing in Chicago, it look like none of them like they're hurting. They all kind of well off. They all kind of work or, successful at least. They're not struggling. It don't seem like,
Right.
So I kind of like Family Matters. Not saying it's like Family Matters, but like Family Matters, like they didn't show like a black family just poor and shit. It was in Chicago.
It was.
You know what I'm saying? So I wonder if that's actually a part of Chicago. When you think about Raising in the Sun, that's the name of the thing, right? It wasn't really poor, so to speak. It was just like we just on this side of town. So I don't know if that's even
which is not a
Chicago.
problem because you compare it to the Family Matters. But the Family Matters started off that way. It's like
True.
This is where we are. The Shy did not start off that way.
Right.
And again, I'm not saying nothing wrong with growth. We definitely can grow and everything. But what I'm saying is, it wasn't really wrapped up to me. Like how? So why has the crime decreased?
Well, I wonder this though too.
Right, you know what I'm saying? Like why? Because okay, I'm gonna let you talk real quick. So Reg was the leader of the gang, right? That whole little gang situation. That was a prominent one of the prominent storylines on the show.
Right.
Where they at? Like what? Like where's the characters at? I'm just saying like what?
Yeah, but that's what I was gonna say. I wonder if the thought process was, if we continue to do the violence route, we'll continue to having them fall in love with characters that's gonna die.
Okay, again, I don't have a problem with that. Wrap it up. Where are they? Like I'm not saying you have to focus on them, but it's like you just to have them like go off into oblivion, like they don't exist at all.
Right.
But
you know what? That could also, as much as I agree with you on that, but from the aspect of thinking about Chicago, I kind of see it that way sometimes. I feel like things don't get wrapped up. People die and they don't care. It's like whatever. That person died. Okay, cool. We smoking this person. That's all that's out of Chicago.
Okay.
And I'm not saying that's what they're doing, but it's a common theme of that. But it would be nice to watch some footage. You know how on DVDs they do that commentary, or they got the sidebar show where they ask stuff not about the actual what's going on, but just the mindset behind the writing behind it.
Yeah,
I would love to see more of that when it comes to the Shy, because that's the only thing I feel like is challenging, the writing aspect of it. Sometimes I wonder if why they go in that direction versus doing this. Because sometimes you think the Shy is every now and then you're like, okay, they're going up, and then it's an episode like, okay, they went backwards.
I agree, and
that's just common for the Shy now.
I will say, we
got two characters we fell in love with, which is Jason Mitchell and Reg. Like I said, they didn't wrap up, but those are two prominent characters of that show. Where like, if you don't know who they are, then you don't know the Shy.
Right. So I will say, as far as this, I want to. We're gonna after we wrap this, I want to do it on a positive note with this show. I will say I do agree with the Emmett storyline. I do like his storyline. I've always liked Emmett's storyline though, so I like that what they're doing with his growth. And I like Emmett with I like him with old girl.
I like him with her now.
What's her name? The sister,
Keisha.
Kevin's sister. Yeah, Keisha.
Come on now.
I couldn't remember her name. I'm sorry. She got kidnapped and everything.
Becky and Keisha. That's it, man. It's Becky, Keisha, Tyrone, and Bill.
That's my middle name, by the way.
There we go. You definitely Tyrone. Not Bigums.
Wait, hold on.
A black guy.
Let's side. Okay, I was gonna say sidebar.
You better call Tyrone.
What's that mean?
That's like her saying, call your nigga.
And you know what? That bothered me. That's why I was. I couldn't stand that song. Couldn't stand that song. I like it now.
Oh, okay.
No, I couldn't stand it when it first came out because all people like, you better call Tyrone. I'm like, come on. I got two things. I used to get, you better call Tyrone or do the Carlton dance. The two things I got growing up.
Did you do both?
No, I didn't. I didn't do. Honestly, I would do the Carlton dance when I got older because I thought what you said was whack. I was like, that's lame. Oh, Carlton dance. I mean, that's whack. Like everybody, I grew up with that. So when I was younger, it used to piss me off. I didn't like it.
I can see that.
But Now I definitely wear the name with the badge of honor because my grandfather's name, so I was named after him. So, and I wear my middle name with the badge of honor because that's my father's middle name. So I'm named after 2 great men. So it's all good.
That's dope.
Yeah. But yeah, so I definitely like Emmett with Keisha. I like that. I like that. They both grown. Like Keisha, Keisha's grown no too. Choice, so. Bro. She definitely had no choice.
That was a weird season 2.
Not
season 2, but that was a weird season.
Yeah.
Was it season 2? Damn.
Nah, it wasn't 2 because that was a good season. Okay. It was 3.
Oh yeah. That's when they started going crazy. They were just going all over the place. They just throwing darts at the wall. What's gonna stick? What's storyline gonna stick? I ain't seen the person that running for mayor or whatever. I ain't seen her since.
The person that talking about Duda?
The girl, the dyke. I don't know if that's a word to say. I don't know.
Yeah, it's not a good word to say.
Okay, damn. The girl that like girls.
His wife?
That was masculine.
Oh, you talking about Lena Waithe?
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, that's Lena.
What's her ID?
What you mean?
Like, how would you describe her? She did this.
I would describe Lena Waithe as a writer. Writer, definitely. Yeah, I would describe her as a writer, content creator, because she has another show on BT called 20s.
Do you think Lil Wayne's ID is like that's the guy that's on that Lloyd song?
Definitely not.
Probably not, right?
Definitely not. Okay. Lil Wayne's ID is Lil Wayne.
Here we go. Just making sure.
I
try to bring things back full circle. You know how I always.
Yeah, I like that. I'm trying to think if I want to wrap up this TV talk. I think that's it. I think that's one of the shows, man. You really because we have Power hasn't been on. Power Raising Cane's about to start back up.
I watched an episode of Raising Cane the other day. I'm trying to put somebody on. I think that Raising Cane's a dope show, bro. I like. I like that show. I like it a lot.
What was my opinion on it?
You liked it.
Okay, I can't remember.
It was. But you, I don't know if you like it because we never spoke about it.
Okay. I can't remember.
But you thought, and I don't know if you think this now. Okay. I don't know. I have any takes from you.
Okay.
You thought Tommy Show was going to blow things out the water.
I did.
You thought Tommy Show was going to be that show.
I did.
You thought Tommy Show was going to get...
And even I don't like Tommy.
Kanan up out of here.
I don't even like Tommy.
You thought Tommy Show was going to get Tyreek up out of here.
And it didn't.
Tommy Show, I got to get the fuck up out of here.
Huh?
It's not bad, though. It's
no, it's not bad.
It's watchable.
It's watchable.
Yeah, I feel like that's disrespectful. I feel like no, that's disrespectful.
No,
it is watchable. I can watch
watchable.
it. It's just I'm not in love with it.
It didn't set it off like I thought it was going to. But I mean, again, this is me talking. I'm not even a Tommy fan. I didn't like Tommy.
But you know what? And you know what's crazy about this? Shows. This is gonna sound crazy. Don't go to Chicago. Because I feel like every Chicago show we be bringing up right now.
That is set in Chicago, isn't it?
And it's really throwing me off because I don't know what's going on.
I think, but you know what though? Just bringing it back to the Shy. I think honestly, bro, me and you, because we are The Wire fans, I think we're spoiled by The Wire. I think
explain that because Slim gonna watch it and he thinks The Wire is a horrible show.
He does think that is. We always have this conversation.
It also pisses me off, but I like
because the way The Wire. First of all, it gives you a real depiction of what is happening in New York, or not New York, in Baltimore around that time. Right? And even The Wire, like with the things that were on the show, stuff like that is still happening today. And it's not even just Baltimore. Like you could take the stuff from The Wire and apply it to stuff that's happening wherever you are. Like Augusta's buck wild right now. Like people shooting. Like when I go to work, like I feel like I see a news story. People got shot or killed every day. Yeah. So it's like you can apply stuff from The Wire to where you are. And not only that, like not only the realism of it, it's the characterizations. Like it's literally the character development of each character. They literally, I'm talking about each from the minor person to the main star. Yeah, it's always something. It's always moving forward. I say a good show is always moving forward.
Everything you had like not negative, but everything you had a criticism about with the Shy is something The Wire does great. Wrap up things, wrap up characters, and it
ain't gotta be a nice wrap up because people die.
People die. Us knowing what's going on,
but you know what happened. Like okay, I got a resolution. I'm good. I can move on.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So
and they stick to what it is. Like so we doing violence because there's violence here. We're not trying to do this or that. But The Wire from a different time. It's a different claw. It's a different network, different society too. Not to throw it out there, but like how we discussed people get mad at Little Murder and on Clipper thing. That part of writing was always kind of taken out. If it was never in there. You know what I'm saying? But and now I think people, not saying they catering to it, because I don't think that's the case. But I do think that it's more accepted than people think. The people he
But I'm about to say the Wire had a whole gay dude in it, Omar.
But it wasn't no crazy passionate scenes though. He did kiss, but that was the closest thing we seen.
I feel like
no.
It wasn't stuff like that. No. Huh?
I said we never seen no crazy passionate scene. We seen
no. It wasn't no crazy passionate scene, but it was.
He was gay. He was gay.
It was a couple of stuff. It was a couple of stuff in there. So
I think because he wasn't down low, that's one thing. So it's like a negative connotation with the down low thing. So I think, like I said, you know how we say comparing. I think sometimes people are comparing that to real life stuff and they get mad. Like I don't like down low people. So I don't like the show. You know what I'm saying? I don't like this. I don't like the show. I don't like. So it's so much thing they don't like. I think naturally you don't like that because it's art imitating life for real. So subconsciously, I think you comparing it to something that you know about real life that you've seen in real life too. So
yeah, I just think
everybody know Uncle Clifford. Everybody probably know a little murder. Probably don't know you know a little murder, but you probably know a little murder.
There's a little murder in your clique. I'm starting out there.
That was very, and everybody click. Hey, check your click and see who will murder in your click.
I'm just saying, like I'm just saying, it's more out there than you think. But yeah, man,
imagine the click watching this right now. Everybody like, hey, what's going on? What is it?
You better get with it.
The person ain't looking around. That's a little murder. Now.
Stop. But yeah, man, I just think that I think that's what I think for me. I can speak for me. I know what I think what it is because watching The Wire, watching Power, watching stuff like that. I think that's what. And again, the Shy is not necessarily like a shoot 'em up type show, but again, it's like I want to see like a depiction of like what's happening.
Could have been though, you know, and probably would have been better if they kept it like season 1 and 2. I'm not saying.
And I understand. I'm not saying I want to see violence all the time either. You know,
that would have been.
Like, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, like, I just want to see, like, okay, give me a depiction of what it's like to live in Chicago.
But that's more of a common theme, and that's kind of from what I hear in all the music and everybody that's from Chicago. They tell me that's what it's like. I feel like they're trying to mix too much. It's just an analogy. Like they're trying to do too much Chance the Rapper, and they're not trying to have the little Dirk of the Shy in there right now. And that's where that gray area is. It's like, hey, what we doing now? I remember one time the theme was them politics in church. That they didn't finish that up. What happened with that? So it's a lot. You're right. It's a lot of unanswered themes.
That's my problem.
Not even characters. Unanswered themes.
That's my problem.
It's a lot of unanswered situations. Like what happened with this? What happened with this?
Even with the whole detective situation.
What are you doing?
Because I'm getting.
Okay. Yanking somebody.
Nah. Even with the whole detective situation, like we ended season 2 with Brandon and the 2 detectives sitting in the car watching the game. Like, okay, we about to get them. Where's the detectives? Mm-hmm. I know we defunded the police on the show. I know we did that already. But
Wild. that was probably the worst part of the right now scene because that just not in Chicago is never going to happen. So that even the thought of putting that, which is wild. Yeah, we're gonna protect ourselves.
Again, they're writing as if this is a utopia Chicago. Like
utopia must mean dumb.
Huh?
Utopia mean dumb?
It doesn't.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I'm using context clues. My bad.
No.